And we're live!
Hello everyone, and welcome to another thrilling, action-packed, martial arts-filled episode of Those Aren't Biscuits. I'm one of your hosts, Jonathan Cadotte, and with me as always, he kissed a girl and he likes it, Owen Adams.
The taste of her cherry chapstick.
There you go.
Hold on, we're getting a little bit of double audio. Let's sort that out.
Yep,
there we
sure
go.
do.
Hello! How you doing, my friend
Hi.
Jonathan?
I'm doing pretty good, my
Oh,
old
sorry,
pal,
no, that's a
Owen.
misunderstanding. I was talking to my friend Jonathan, who's actually sitting near me. You're,
Well,
my enemy,
you
Jonathan.
can tell... Yeah, you can tell that Jonathan, he's a bit...
I beg your pardon.
I didn't stutter.
You dissing my friend Jonathan.
I damn well am.
That is outrageous, sir.
Fight me!
Outrageous! We're playing Absolver!
Yeah, we're playing Absolver. This was a free game with PS Plus this month. Developed by Devolver, I believe, and probably some other studios.
Absolver, developed by Devolver.
Yeah, had all day to think of a song, and that's what you came up with?
They also own a revolver. When things were going wrong, they had a problem solver.
Mm-hmm.
The company called Devolver. La 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 la. Yeah. I ran out of song.
Alright, well, we're just getting things settled real quick.
I feel obliged to clarify before we get too much into this that I've played this game precisely once, and at that time it was 3 a.m. And it's not the most accessible game in the world, I would say.
No, there's definitely some complexities to it, but I've been enjoying them.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually edit my deck.
I've
So
played this a little bit.
people who haven't played this, it's a combat game where you... Oh, I can hit you.
What the...
Nice.
Mother...
Alright,
Yeah,
alright!
run.
Let me see if I remember my controls. That's the lock on, and then that dashes. Cool. So you have a fully customizable move set and different stances. Different moves. Whoa, hello. Different moves finish you in different stances, so you can build flows of combat. I don't have any flows of combat yet, though, because I haven't actually tweaked my deck. Whoa, there we go.
Get
Which
down!
is why John was able to completely thrash me.
Stay down! No. Oh god, you just disappeared. I can revive you, you know?
Okay. How about this time you don't beat the crap out of me so I can actually explain what I'm talking about? Just a thought, you know?
Hey, you started this. You started this!
By mistake! I realized I can actually hit
Where
you.
are you?
Well, because I'm dead, I've revived in a world different to you. I'm in the room, but you're not here now. So I'm fairly certain we're now in a different party.
Because deemed us no longer cooperative.
So what I'm going to do is, I will... Oh my god, encounters. I don't have my social option anymore. Okay, it's here. Right, I'm going to actually just customize my moveset a little bit while, you know, you aren't around to be a dick. And I'll, I'll invite you back in. Sure, strength, why not?
But yeah, so this game kind of plays I should actually say, for those who haven't joined us before, this is a weekly show that we do where we talk about pop culture topics while playing video games. A lot of times we don't focus on the video game all that much, so if you're here for the game, it might not be for you. But you should stick around anyways because we are fun. Yeah, so Absolver. It's I don't know. I've been enjoying it actually. It's not typically my style of game because it's very I'm not gonna say very Dark Soulsy, but there's enough in common that it reminds me of them. For instance, you know, we have these there's these altars that you activate in each area, and then as you eliminate enemies, you can go back to the altar and it resets all the enemies. If you die, you respawn there at the last one that you touched. Not really much in terms of narrative. You get a basic goal to eliminate, I think, a total of 8 different people. And that's it. They don't really explain anything else. They don't really explain much about the world or anything else like that. So yeah, to me that seems very Soulsy.
The level structure has a kind of vibe of that too. Respawning enemies and and things like that. Whoa, no, invitations, thanks. Oh, yeah, no encounters, thank you. Oh, great. That takes longer to load. Right, I'm just going to invite you back into my thing, and we'll try this out. I'm actually just going to stay with my default combat deck for now until I get a little bit of a feel for it, I think. Feel free to drop in the chat, say hello. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
It's a little quiet today.
Yeah, it seems a little quiet, but that's okay. So what you been up to this week, man?
Oh, a few things. I started playing Stardew Valley on the channel because I had I was doing a special 7-hour live stream, which was very exciting. Took a day off, and on that day off, I saw 2 movies, which were very enjoyable movies.
2 movies? Madness!
2
Madness,
entire movies. Not
My
half a
God,
movie.
That's a solid 4 hours of viewing time. My God, how do you have the time?
To be fair, one of the movies felt like it was about 4 hours of it on its own. It wasn't a bad film, it was just very long. So I saw 2 films. I saw Tag, which I had the pleasure of watching with subtitles, because that was the only screening when I went to see it. That was fine. Didn't really bother me that much.
That one looked fun. That one looked funnier than I thought it should. But
well, do you know, it got terrible reviews, so I thought the trailer looked very good.
yeah,
And then when I saw the reviews, I was like, oh, that's a shame. Is that going to be, you know, not that good? But I actually really liked it. I thought it had a lot to it. For people who haven't seen Tag, it's based on a true story.
which is hilarious to me.
Yes, and it's about a group of friends who, for 30 years, have been playing the same game of tag, where every May they get together and they play tag. And this year they are coming together to try and tag one of the group, Jerry, who in his entire time playing the game has never been tagged. He's never been it. He is, they say he is quite possibly the world's greatest tag player. I mean, it's one of those movies where the point is to watch grown men acting like children and enjoy that. But they actually they manage surprisingly to find some kind of heart in that concept that doesn't feel very tacked on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I got from the trailers. It was very much like look, as we got older, this is our one way of sticking together. You know?
Right, but they also, without going too much into spoilers, they also address in a small way. That's not like a huge theme, but they address in a small way the fact that Jerry, who's never been it, has not had the same benefits of staying part of the community in the same way. Partly because he's never been tagged.
Oh. You know, I've never actually been in this area before, so this is...
Yeah, this looks lovely. When I went through here last time, I feel like I may have picked an easier area last time. I went to, like, a drained canal. Oh, mind you, that guy sucked. Maybe this is the way we're supposed to go. Or maybe it's just easier with 2.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That is something I have learned. Well, I have played with a couple groups here and there. Be very cautious about your attacks, because... as we've shown, there is friendly fire.
Sure.
So.
But yeah, there isn't too much I can say about the movie Tag. It is fair to say there isn't that much more to it than the trailer, you know. It's a comedy movie about a group of friends trying to tag another group of their friends who's never been tagged, and adults playing tag, which is, you know, funny in itself. But I think it does it pretty well. I was surprised to find that it doesn't have great reviews, you know?
I guess.
I wasn't expecting that, you know?
Those kind of movies will, I think, inherently have a disadvantage when it comes to critics. I'm not saying that, your critics are, elitist or whatever, but it's just, it's not the kind of movie that actually appeals to critics. You know, it's just not. If you can come to me, I found an altar.
Yeah, I'll be there in a moment. Just addressing the chat. Right.
Okay. Right,
I'm on board. So yeah, there's a bit of I mean, for the most part of it, it is a dumb comedy.
Right.
But they managed to do something with it that I think was more than I expected. I mean, but it does have a flawed film. It does have a lot of kind of obvious flaws. Like, it's fair to say. Not many of the characters are particularly likable. They don't come across as very sympathetic for the most part. A lot of them are, like, they are predominantly terrible people. Like, when we finished watching it, my girlfriend said it felt like a lengthy episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And it's not that, they're not that unpleasant, but it does have that kind of tone. Right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so bird caller's outpost. Alright. So, hit this. I can lead you right to our first marked one.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright. Be careful, you can easily fall down this hole.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey! Hey! Calm it down!
Yeah, this is also another thing. There are two weapon sets. There's a sword and then like claws that you can find. You have entire new move sets depending on.
Oh, ow! Sorry. Oh, it says the entire purpose of the movie is immature and pointless. Oh, sure. But, but within that, they make a pretty good movie, actually. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, that, and that's what I mean, is where, I'm not suggesting this about you, Org, but I'm saying that in certain situations, I think critics will say immature and childish and immediately say bad. Where I think there's actually room for something to be immature and stupid and still be good, you know?
Right, like John.
Yeah, I'm immature and stupid, and I'm still good. Oh, this guy's killing the. We're gonna have to probably reset. Well, maybe not.
Whoa, hello. Oh, the third marked one. We jumped right to number 3.
Yeah, I mean they're out of order anyways.
Well, I mean, I figured that by the way we just wandered into him.
So this is what I like about this game. When you get these big group fights going on, it looks cool. like it just looks cool.
Killed him. There we go. So yeah, that was the movie Tag. The truth is, there isn't a huge amount to say about it, except for I do think it's probably better than you might have heard, although it's certainly flawed. But the other movie I saw, which is more, I think, in line with our remit.
Oh. Well, no, that's another person.
Good.
Oh, good. Well, sorry, buddy.
I did have a really nice moment where
we're not internet griefers. That's what we are now, Owen.
I had a really nice moment when I played the first game where I accidentally hit someone.
Well, don't let him run. We might as well finish the. Well, he got away.
Working on it.
Oh, and then we fell apart. Hold on, hon. Just stand still. Stand still.
All right.
All right. Hold on. There's a guy behind you trying to kill you. God damn it.
Sorry. When I first played this game, sleepily in the middle of the night, I did accidentally punch someone who was clearly doing the same mission as me, you know? But then through emotes and stuff, we managed to kind of communicate with each other that we meant each other no harm, you know?
Right.
It was a nice moment. It's alright.
Ow! Alright, let's see here. Hold on.
Hello to Sinister Minister, how you doing?
No, hold still, Owen. My God. We have to try to regroup here. Try and think how to do this again. Okay, request stop fight. So if you
Yeah, hold on. That should have done it.
Okay, yep. Alright, we're back.
When I wait for
Now.
request co-op.
Yep. Accept co-op.
Nice. That's a
Alright,
nice system.
Yeah. Yep. Watch out for that hole.
Yeah, thanks. A little late, but thank you.
Oh shit. Oh God.
Oh,
There's a lot of people up here.
How do we know if someone's another player or not?
They have a name. Generally. Oh, good God. I'm gonna die. I'm absolutely gonna die.
Whoa!
No!
Oh my god, I've fallen through another floor. It's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
I died.
movie. Okay, how do I revive you?
Well, probably still have to kill this one person standing over my body.
Oh, good. Joe, I'm finding these opponents easier than the last time I played.
Yeah, I beat the living hell out of all of them. And
No,
then
no,
died.
there were plenty that you didn't touch that I was finding easier.
Okay, no, I mean, you're right. The ones we went through, like the hidden temple and stuff, they were pretty easy.
Alright. This is going well. So the other movie I saw was Ready Player One. Which is
okay.
interesting.
I've heard a lot of things about that movie.
I think what's interesting about it is, for all it's like, oh, it's full of references and blur, 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 blur. It's actually a very straightforward movie.
Oh, God.
Evil Corporation wants the magic artifact that will give them the power to rule the world. Chosen One wants to stop them doing it, right? It's that archetype
I'm gonna go
story.
with the one on the left.
Alright. It's that kind of archetype story, you know? Nothing you kind of seen before. You haven't seen before, you know. But they fill it with, you know, references and stuff like that. And they build a world that feels... It doesn't feel like virtual reality and, like, in the same sense of, like, oh, the Matrix or a theme park, you know what I mean? It feels like if a virtual world you could go and inhabit was all Xbox Live avatar microtransactions. That's
good.
That's the tone of the Oasis, which is funny. Like there's Minecraft World and things like that, and characters can go and buy their character's custom car and looks and stuff like that. Where are you?
All right, follow me.
Alright, I'm coming.
I think I remember. Oh, fuck off, dude.
But actually, they do kind of interesting things with it. So the basic premise is, your main character is a guy called Wade Watts. He lives in a slum called the Stacks, which is a trailer park where trailers are just piled on top of each other. So it's like a skyscraper trailer park. And it's basically an expanding slum because the world's gone to hell. And the world's such a mess that most people don't actually live in the world. They basically live in, like, a voluntary matrix, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
That is basically if you could live inside Xbox Live. That is what it feels like.
And it's not so far-fetched either, you know?
Right, it feels quite realistic. And this world was developed and invented by a guy who ran a games company called Halliday. And Halliday was a big fan of 80s nostalgia, right? Mm-hmm. And then one day, Halliday suddenly dies, and he leaves behind...
Alright, let's just run past these guys.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Alright, yeah. Let
He
this guy
leaves
have
behind his inheritance, his controlling stock in the company, right? To someone who can solve basically like a treasure quest, you know what I mean? Like a quest within the game. You have to find 3 keys from his clues, and the person who finds the 3 keys will basically be given controlling interest in the most profitable business on the planet, that basically is the one nice place to live that everybody depends on to go to get away from what a shitty mess Earth's turned into, right?
Right.
So...
Alright, so we're coming up on an actual boss fight. So.
Okay. So, obviously lots of different people are interested in winning it, but they all have to come up against, Oh, do I have to leave co-op to do this? I've triggered a cutscene. Are you watching it?
Nope.
When I pressed it, it said leave co-op, but I pressed it straight away. Oh, good.
You might be finding that on your own. Have fun.
Okay, says Wade Watts. Were they joking about Stan Lee characters? Oh no, he explicitly says that in the movie. He says, my dad gave me this name because he thought it made me sound like a superhero. It's very much intentional. But so the world is up for grabs, basically. The entire oasis is up for grabs. Lots of different people want to win it, mostly to get rich, or some people want it for different reasons, but there's also, you know, Token Evil Corporation that's like the second biggest company on the planet, and they want to run it basically so they can just turn it into Xbox Live. they want to put ads on it, basically, which Halliday didn't allow, right? You couldn't turn it into just a hub for ads, which is what they want to do. They want to basically use it to just get rich. So there's a group of people that are trying to win Halliday's quest, and what's interesting about it is Halliday's quest is, it basically involves trying to follow clues about all the different types of media he liked and things like that, but also go into his own personal life and find out things like, ultimately, without giving too much away, it comes down to things in Halliday's own life that were more important, the messages he wanted to leave behind, and you know what I mean? It's that kind of story. And it's interesting, it's fairly simple. Most of the fun comes from, of course, seeing things like, oh, it's the Iron Giant, and there's, you know, the DeLorean, and...
Which is exactly what kind of turned me off to the movie. Like, I have nothing against it being just dumb fun, right? But, like, the idea of, like... I got the impression watching the trailers, it felt very... kind of dirty, you know, just that kind of feeling like we are explicitly mining this stuff, forgetting all of the heart and things that you actually enjoy about these things, and we're just going to shove them in there because we know it's going to draw you in.
Well, what's interesting,
right? And that's what I didn't like about it.
What's interesting about the movie is that stuff is fun to spot, and there is a lot of enjoyment in that. But what I think is important is that there's no, aside from one, where it's very plot integral, there's no point in the movie where the fact that someone's going around riding the bike from Akira is relevant to the plot. It's just established that people have the gear that they want. Do you know what I mean? They do handle it kind of well by making it I kind of like Xbox Live. It doesn't feel as greasy in principle, but I know exactly what you mean.
Right. Okay, just to acknowledge some things in the chat. Let's see here. Oh, maybe I already did this. Kai the player says, "Oh, finally a high quality stream of Absolver." Yeah, we're streaming Absolver. Welcome. Jump in the chat. Say hi. We're talking about Ready Player One right now, but we'll be moving on to other topics. If you have some questions or anything, let us know. Tiny Best Secret says, just eating some crisps, and the pack is $2.41 entry to a theme park, and it's like, this is your voucher. You must bring litter to our park. Oh yeah, that happens a lot over here. There's a town in Wisconsin called Wisconsin Dells, and it's called the water park capital of the world, and there's a bunch of like water parks and theme parks, and it's a big tourist trap. But you always find like Pepsi cans and Coke cans that says bring this to this theme park and you get $10 off, you know, that sort of thing. It's kind of weird. Orchaos asks, was their logo a big E like in Mr. Robot? I don't know. I've never seen Mr. Robot. I heard it's a good show, though.
Oh, they killed me again. I am not good at this.
Yeah. And Blas says, good evening. Good evening, Blas. Welcome. All right. Back on Mr. Robot. Or, I'm sorry. Ready Player One. What else you got?
Oh, yeah, so what was I saying?
You just finished talking about how it wasn't as skeezy as you thought it could be.
No, and I don't think it was, because they don't... There are very few things where they use it and go, oh, by the way, look, here's Master Chief, and he's gonna tell you how great Halo is. Do you know what I mean? Like, Master Chiefs do pop up in the game, because there's a planet called Planet Doom in the Oasis, where different first-person shooter characters can go and compete in...
Sure.
You're going to play that kind of game. But it feels more like... it feels more like the appearances from other cartoons in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
There's kind of like an appeal to seeing them there, but it's a world of pop culture avatars. They do have a few references that pop up. You know, there's a moment where one of the characters goes on a date dressed as Buckaroo Banzai.
That's awesome.
And whether or not she'll pick up on the fact that he's dressed as Buckaroo Banzai and what that will say about their relationship is like a thread in that. But most of the time, it's more like it's more like background color. You know, there is one section, one of Halliday's puzzles. Without getting into too much detail, one of Halliday's puzzles is explicitly to do with his favorite movie, right? And that comes up, and so it's all set in a scene of his favorite movie. But it's not... What works about that scene is, without giving it away, his favorite movie isn't The Dark Knight. Yeah, like a recent Warner Brothers movie. Do you know what I mean? Or similar... Well, I suppose it kind of is 80s nostalgia, but it's not as commercial. It's The Shining, basically.
Yeah, okay, I want to say, I feel like I know this, because I happen to have been watching a little bit of it. During I was doing something else, but I got caught in the background.
Right. So I mean, it's. I don't want to go too much into detail because how it ties into The Shining and how it doesn't is plot point, and I don't want to go into that much detail. But what I mean is, it's not a. The Shining is not an easily commodifiable to children 1980s prophecy. Do you know what I mean? So when they do delve into an explicit use of nostalgia as a relevant plot point, it's not in a way that they can sell The Shining out of it or mine it for. Do you know what I mean? In a sense.
I get you. I get what you're saying.
They do okay with it from that perspective. There are other issues with it. It is kind of a flawed film. It's a little too plain, and it's also. The biggest weakness, really, is that the main character, he's kind of crappy. He is that character who's, like, he's mostly in it for selfish reasons, and characters around him inspire to be better. Therefore, he gets to be the hero at the end of the day above all these other people who've been putting in work for longer than him. And most of the time, that's just a goofy thing you notice. Like, oh, Harry Potter saves the day and he's the chosen one, but Hermione does all the work, right? But this might be the movie where it feels the most like all the characters around him are getting cheated by the fact that he's the hero. I'm doing so badly, and I'm just repeating this. It just keeps putting me back in on this boss fight, but I'm not really ready for it.
So we can skip it. You can back out of it and just
I think that's a good idea. Well, I'll wait till I die again, because sometimes when I die, it puts me outside before I walk back in, and I'll just go the other way. Okay. But hello, people at home. I'm being terrible on the Absolver. Hello to Lizaloche. How you doing? But there is actually something that's actually quite nice about the movie that I think really works. So this movie is predominantly set inside, basically, the Matrix, right? That's the best way of putting it, right?
Sure.
But they enter it through the use of VR technology, right? Like, they specifically establish you need to be wearing gloves to pick things up, right? You need to be wearing little VR sets with gloves and controllers and stuff to access the Oasis.
Right.
And you can buy better suits. So, for example, there are people who like to go into the Oasis for sex, basically, right? So you can buy a suit that has full-body haptic feedback, right? Yeah, that's not a big part of the movie, but my point is, like, anything you want to do in there, you have to buy greater levels of suits, right? So the unlike the Matrix where your mind goes in, the movie never ever forgets that these characters are physically in the real world. And as the movie thematically starts to address in a deeper way, no, the real world is also important to what we're doing here, they actually start bringing in more use of, like, okay, and you actually have to be paying attention to what's going on in the real world. You know what I mean? Their bodies don't... So these are all characters. The main character is a character who has spent most of his life just living in the Oasis rather than interacting with the real world. But when trouble comes, it comes to him in the real world. Do you know what I mean? He has to take accountability of both. And so, for example... I want to spoil it. Are you worried about spoilers? I don't know.
No.
So I'm going to just... To people who are watching at home, I'm about to post spoilers for... Post spoilers? I'm about to say some spoilers for Ready Player One, so if you don't want to hear this, look away now. The end of the movie, he has the 3 keys, and he has to place them in 3 locks, right? To get the grand prize, right? But at that point, his VR rig is in a van, and he's being chased by the trucks being driven by the evil corporation. And so every time he's trying in virtual reality to put the keys in the lock, the van's being bashed about by trucks on the outside.
Okay.
And so... And their lives are in danger. So at the same time... And at the same time, this is being, like, Twitch streamed. So everyone's basically watching him try and put the last keys in, but they don't know that he's being attacked in the real world in this van. So people are like, how hard is it to put a key in a lock already? Just do it! And it's actually quite...
I feel like we can relate to that somehow.
Right. And this, for all people have said about Ready Player One being, oh, it glamorizes, like, encyclopedic knowledge of culture as a form of gatekeeping and things like that, that's not really fair. The end message of the movie, and I would recommend you watch it, even if I'm about to carry on spoiling it, but the end message of the movie is very much that the Oasis should not be your entire life, nor should the Halliday's message, what he wanted to pass on. Again, spoilers for people. I said my spoiler warning. If you're still listening, it's your own fault. What the message of his quest ultimately is imparting the information that his biggest regret was actually running his friend out of the company and trying to go it alone and diving further into living a life completely absorbed by pop culture and video games. You know what I mean?
So just let me know when you're done trying.
Oh, I've been done trying for a little while. I'm trying to actually send you another invite right now.
Okay. I sent you one. Didn't you get it?
I did, but then it failed to join.
Okay.
So actually, yeah, I thought Ready Player One was pretty good. It might be... It certainly has problems, but its problems, I think... A lot of people are focused on, oh, it's this pop culture, cynical product. I don't think its problems are that. I think its biggest weaknesses are actually... Its biggest weaknesses are that Steven Spielberg doesn't really know how to make 1980s Steven Spielberg movies anymore. And so when it tries to be like that, it doesn't really feel like that. It feels kind of phony. But actually, when it tries to be a more... I don't want to say adult, but when it tries to be a more thoughtful science fiction movie, it actually works quite well. Like, this might be the most...
Are you in the menus right now?
No, I'm not. I'm getting beaten up. I sent you an invite and then I shuffled off. This might be one of the best movies about what it's like to be too engrossed in the internet today. You know?
Right.
One of my favorite little things in the movie is one of the running themes through it is they make a big deal out of the fact that the leader of the corporation doesn't play the game, doesn't really know trivia. He's not a gamer, right?
Okay,
So
where did you run off to? Because it says like I couldn't join because we weren't in the region.
Oh, I was in the... Hold on. Blige says, Ready Player One was amazing. I watched it in Warner Brothers' private studio. Ooh. I'm at the altar... the altar of... Oh, man, I don't know. I think I'm at, like, the bird sanctuary altar. The bird thing.
Okay.
I'm surrounded by a lot of ruined buildings. Oh, see you later, Lisa. I'm sorry about that. Hello to Rick Toffin 0527. How you doing? So yeah, they play this up, but so the evil corporation, one of the running jokes is they don't really get Halliday or the value of the Oasis. They're just big cynical corporations, right? But they need people who get the Oasis to actually operate it. So the corporation's biggest henchman is a big villain who looks like a cross between Skeletor and Darth Vader, sort of, and like Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War, who's like top level, and he calls himself iRock. They always say it like iRock, but his username is clearly like iRock. So he does all the evil henchman stuff, but the main
player in this region. What the hell? Huh. We're doing so well with matchmaking.
But it really feels... I have to say, though, it really feels like Tron as well. Like, the villain is that villain, you know? David Warner's character in Tron. It's that guy. But then when he gets into Tron, he hires a gamer called iRock to steal magical artifacts and he has to do all the, like, spells. Because there are these things called artifacts, which are things you can find in the game that are, like, special weapons. But they're all magical artifacts. You need to be a certain weapon to level up. And the CEO can't use any of them because he's really low level and doesn't actually have any of the skills. So iRock is basically the guy who has to use the level-locked items. As you do. I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it's perfect. I think it's a flawed movie in that they didn't... At its core, they didn't come up with a likable protagonist enough. Huh. What if I go...
Let me send you...
Well, I got an error too, but sure. But after this, what if we try to go back to the original altar and see what we get to?
The original altar, like the bridge?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't even know how to get back there.
Alright. Well, I don't have an invite yet.
Alright, I'm going to try to make it back there first. Souls games?
Well, I don't think this is that Soulsy in the structure. Normally with a Souls game, you'd be able to travel back.
Yeah. Hunting path. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna try to send you an invite.
Alright, go for it. I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing, because like I said, I played this game precisely once, and I didn't go this way, so... I blame John, by the way. He chose to play this. I take no responsibility. But yeah, that's what I did. I watched Tag, I played Ready Player One, and I'm trying to think if I did anything else. I think that's about it. Alright, let me just beat this guy.
Alright. Okay, well, before I get into my topic, let's see, we got some stuff in the chat.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Just don't say anything for a second. I'm trying to do your invitation, which means you won't be getting the audio sent. There we go. You should be getting it sent again. Good luck.
Okay. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I'm kind of curious, Blas, how you managed to get, swing that one.
Could not find the player in this region.
Huh. Alright, well, give me a second. I will back out of the game and try to reload it. How about that?
Okay, and I will drink some lemonade, which is way too fizzy and is hidden in the back of my throat. Good to know.
Oh, that's right, you guys do the weird fizzy. Lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, lemonade's a soda here.
Yeah. Rick Tofton.
Rick
says,
Berman.
I have an interview.
Sorry.
Rick Astley says, I have an interview tomorrow. Good luck, man. What's it for?
He's interviewing Steven Spielberg for the Hollywood Reporter. He's going to tell us everything he said about it.
Like, are you giving someone an interview, or are you receiving said interview?
Yeah, before you go in, right, every time someone asks you if they're having an interview, you should say to them, giving or receiving? They'll know what you mean. They won't misinterpret it.
Catcher or pitcher? Top or bottom? No, Blaz says, media company and marketing development were kind to give 2 tickets to me. Nice. Rick Dolphin says, I'm receiving an interview at Wendy's. Nice.
You're receiving an interview?
On. Yeah, he's going in for a job. It's a
I'm
job
receiving an interview.
Yeah, I mean, you would receive an interview.
But that makes it sound like the interview's coming to you, though.
I mean, technically it is. I mean, he's going there, but he is still receiving it from the person giving the interview.
No, fair enough. You're right.
No, yeah, Wendy's, that's cool. I haven't been to a Wendy's in a long time, actually. I like Wendy's.
I think you should still do it like a celebrity interview, though, like Tom Cruise on the red carpet. Well, you know, Steve, I've had a really good year, and we're interested in how this is going to perform. You know, we got a lot of working with Morgan Freeman was excellent, and then fly off the handle if they offer you any water. Have you ever seen that?
Make sure you come in wearing like sunglasses. And then as you're talking, he's like, "Oh yeah, my strongest qualities. I don't know. I'm a hard worker. I'm reliable. I'm good humored, and hashtag me too."
Hashtag me too. Yeah, that'll get him far. And I sued. What about Oh, yay! I've got a loading screen. Great. I left the area and went to the Forgotten Temple before I did the invite.
You're gonna come back to where I am.
Yeah, but I mean that's what it took to get us to pick him up, to pick up the matchmaking.
Well, I'm guessing it might have something to do with me reloading the.
Rick Thomas says we had a really good shoot. I'm feeling really good about the film. That has nothing to do with what makes you qualified.
Well, I don't know. You know, we had a lot of good writers on board. You know, we
there was
made
actually
research.
There was an actress called Wendy.
All right, follow me.
I will follow him. Follow him wherever he may go.
All right, you take care of this. I'm gonna go take care of the guy.
I'm so bad at the combat. I don't know. I was better at this at 3 in the morning that time.
Well, you know, it's funny. Like I've noticed as I've been playing, I do find myself like mashing, and you have to keep on reminding yourself that this isn't a masher.
Oh, sorry. That went well.
All right.
Tiny Bit Secret says, I would eat too much chili if I worked at Wendy's. Fair enough.
That's actually some pretty good chili. We got our next marked one here. Take care of the one behind you.
Oh, do you know what? I've been forgetting to do. What's the block? L2. There we go. I haven't been blocking.
Yeah,
That's why I felt like I was missing some fundamental component of playing the game. The thing is, I was going to try and play this a little bit before we did the stream, but I ran out of time. I didn't really get a chance to do it. I never get to do that.
2 people.
I always mean before we get into these to have some more playtime of the games before we play, but I never seem to get time to do it.
Well, because you don't care about our show.
Well, I know that.
So yeah, all right. So my topic, I can't really go too far into because I know Owen definitely wants to watch it. So I'm gonna be very general about it as much as I can. But yeah, I binged watched Luke Cage. And
the bicycle kicking guy from Mortal Kombat, right?
You know, I let you have your topic, alright? Just saying.
Yeah, was it a very interesting part of the show? No, these little interruptions will keep the show fun, John. Just a little bit. Just a
thinking-
little bit of humor. Just a little bit of
I'm
humor. You're always like, no, he's interrupting me. Yeah, that's because one person reeling off a Netflix show isn't fun. There, I said it.
Oh. We based our entire show on that premise, Owen. Like, where were you 2 years ago, motherfucker?
But no, tell me all about it. I hear it's very good.
Yeah, no.
Well,
it's
don't
good.
tell me all about it, but you know what I mean. Figure
yeah.
of speech.
So, the thing I can say about it, and I feel very confident saying this, is it's I think it's definitely one of the better series out there. I'd rank it
Alta.
towards the top of yeah, it's the one we were at before.
Oh shit.
No, this is just a big circle path.
It's
now
the
it's down this way.
circle of path.
I would definitely
kick,
put this
face kick, la 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 la.
I would put this up there with. Honestly, I would put this up there with season 1 of Daredevil. I would put it up there with. This is definitely the better season of Luke Cage.
Would you put it up there with Man of Steel?
It's two different things, man. Come on. Come on now. Get your shit together, Owen.
Oh, we're going back to the
Right?
Forgotten Temple? Is this the way we're supposed to be going?
Dude, I don't know. Like I said, I never really made it to the Forgotten Temple. I feel like there's stuff here that we're not like getting to.
Yeah, well, last time I played this game, I went to like a canal. You know what I mean?
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like a dried up river.
Yeah, and you're like in like kind of almost like a town, but then
And there were
there's
like
this river
individual
running
little
through it, right?
rooms.
Yeah. I
Right.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's,
how the hell do we get back
Tower of
there?
Adol or something like that. Owen, like remember I kept on saying like, oh, Souls games. This is exactly how I feel when I play Bloodborne. All right, I'm like, how do I get there? I don't know.
Really? Bloodborne's like a linear path.
I don't know. I get annoyed with it. All right, I'm trying to remember which way we went. Let's try down here.
Alright. You lead the way, boss.
So what I was saying, Luke Cage season 2 is definitely the better of the two seasons. Oh, are we back at the bird? Nah, damn it, we went. Okay, back. Fuck.
So while you're planning the route, I will just say, I meant it as a total joke. But in all seriousness, a Netflix Mortal Kombat series where there were individual seasons based on each of the characters would be legitimately great.
Oh, remember they tried that? They tried that on YouTube. Oh, fuck, who did they get? They actually got Casper Van Dien in it.
I legitimately thought, remember what you were going to say? Remember when they tried that? And then you were going to start telling me about Mortal Kombat Anthologies Sub-Zero?
Oh, that's Mythologies.
Oh, was that what they were called? Oh, that one's so bad.
Yeah.
But they made a
not
Mortal
the game.
Kombat series?
Oh. Yeah, it was on YouTube. It was Mortal Kombat. What was it called? But it was, oh, where is this?
Oh,
I
it
know
looks
where
like
we're
the Temple of Time from Breath of the Wild, to be honest.
at. Okay, well, I don't think I've ever taken this path, so this is all new to me.
Oh, shit, I fell down. I'm sorry. I'm in the temple. Angel, second marked one. Oh, well, this guy's a marked one.
Oh, I'm coming. Oh, shit, I
Good,
fell.
'cause I'm about to die.
Died. I died. I fell and died. Get to me. Alright, I'm up. So this is one I actually need. Oh, what was it called? I'm trying to think of that,
Oh, what you take me to? Punch it down! Come on! Whoa, alright. He's taking me to Punchy Town. That is not the way of the arrangement, sir. I'm down.
Alright. Let me try to take him on here.
You will leave your current co-op group. I have 53 seconds.
Oh, really? Fuck.
Rich Over says it's called Model Combat Legacy John. That's a weird name.
Okay.
Everyone's like, who's John? What is this all about?
Alright.
In your face! Nice.
Yeah. Alright.
Hot diggity damn! Ooh, trapper shoes.
Diggity damn! Yeah, no, it was alright. Do you remember that thing that was going around on all the social media a while where it was like Michael Jai White and playing Jax, and they're like interviewing Scorpion in like this...
No, I must have missed that.
Oh man, it was good. It was like this really super gritty take on... Okay, don't go that way. That's back to the Forgotten Temple. Alright. So we need to climb up, I believe.
Well, did we come in here or did we go... Oh yeah, what about here? I think this is where we went up, because we were crossing that... Oh, we can't get up there.
Right.
So it must be from the outside and then back in, right? Because we definitely hit this, didn't we? We definitely hit this...
Yeah. Alright, so let's swing on around. Let's bring it around town.
Oh yeah, this is the way we went.
Yeah. Because it doesn't look like you can go through here. That's what it was. Was it... It wasn't outside. Didn't we go through that little hole? Because I don't remember fighting these guys.
Do you remember fighting these guys?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. Should we fall back then?
Well, let's finish the fight, I guess.
Alright, Master Chief. Oh, God, don't fall in the water. Just a tip.
Oh, did he die?
I certainly did.
Good.
And I didn't get a revive option. I'm respawning at the,
Oh, yeah. When you fall, it just revives you back. I don't think it even counts it as, like, dying.
Fair enough. Let's do it.
Ow!
I do love these little punches that just come through like a little poke. Like a little boop.
Alright, so I think we went through this little... Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, man, Luke Cage, Season 2.
Yeah, it's okay. So what I have to say about it is... how do I say this? Well, I made a tweet about it.
Bassinger? Basinger? Sorry. It's a stupid Family Guy joke.
Yeah. I know. Oh, no, don't fall. Oh, shit, I fell. I died.
Do you need me? Oh, yeah, you died.
Hold on, I'm gonna respond. I'm just gonna respond.
Alright.
You stay there.
Oh,
I'll
hello,
get
there's
my
someone
way back to you.
Oh, there's someone at the top.
Oh, good. I'm coming, Owen. I'm coming. Oh, shit.
Well, stop it and get here.
Fuck, I can't remember where to go again. Okay, I got it.
And then in 5 minutes, I'll just hear,
is...
oh, I'm in the bird sanctuary again. Oh, shit. Well,
Oh, you fell.
yes, I took a kick that took me off the edge. I do want to see you now as a Mortal Kombat fighter. Would you be one of the recolored ninjas, or would you be like a more distinct?
Oh, I'd be a ninja.
What would you be?
I just killed the guy who killed you with one kick. I pushed him off too. That's what you get. That's what you get for. That's my boy. Fuck, Luke Cage Season 2.
So it's not even me this time. You get broken off so often, and you blame me all the time, and this is just you.
Oh no,
it's all you,
Normally
Jonathan.
it is you. Normally it is you. I would say that this season is really good. and in no way has anything to do with Luke Cage. This is nothing against Mike Coulter. The performance was fine, right? He was a perfectly fine portrayal, whatnot. But this, if you took Luke Cage out of the season completely and called it something else, it would still work as a great crime drama. So this is actually very similar to season 1, but so much of the show is kind of based around the machinations and inner workings of the villains surrounding Luke Cage.
Yeah,
And,
see, I have kind of a big issue with season 1. I like it as a show, but I think season 1 does my least favorite thing, which is they introduce a new villain really late in the show and then pretend like you're supposed to already know he's significant. Without him
So
really
this doesn't
being...
do that.
Did you go down this ramp?
Yeah, I did. And
Is it where we're
takes you
supposed to
right
go?
back
Oh, shit. Do you know what? I should have
well,
let you finish
as
that
a-
sentence before I came down there, shouldn't I?
just respawn.
Yeah, I will. Good plan.
No, so this is the cool thing that this does. Hey, how's it going?
Check out my mask. Check
Oh,
out
you
my
got the
mask.
silly mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it too. I just haven't put it on.
It's great.
Alright, so now we gotta find out where to go next.
So it's not up there?
No. I think that just actually led us to the mask, and that was it.
You know, we killed the other guy,
Yeah,
though.
we killed the guy, yeah.
We sound so...
Oh,
Yeah,
this
we
is-
killed the guy! Yeah!
Oh, this is the bird thing again. Fuck!
You know what? You can tell by the tweeting birds. Maybe there's a way through here.
Okay, there has to be a way from here back... Okay, this way. This should... No, this ain't it either. Fuck.
Do we just have to defeat those bosses? But we can't do that co-op.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
So what's interesting is, we have to do the marked guys, but... Whoa, hello, is this another player beating the crap out of me?
Possibly.
I don't see a
I've
name.
got 3 guys on me.
I'll say something.
What's up?
If this isn't a guy, he's pretty weak on the health, so I'm probably still gonna win. But the AI on it is incredible. It's just like a mask and then naked. And he's just giving me little side slaps, but he was dodging me so much.
No, that was just an AI. So what Luke Cage does, and this isn't a spoiler or anything, but it basically introduces all the players. Stop it! Stop hitting me! God damn. Yep, now we're not partnered anymore. Fuck you. Just Okay, alright, hold on. Alright, I'm offering peace. Alright. Alright, good. We're co-op.
Well, no, you go do the co-op one as well.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Alright, so if we go into the house, that's one of the marked ones. If we...
Right. Well, we already did him, didn't we?
Right.
What do we
if
got down here?
Go, I think this leads us back to where the bosses are. But let's go this way anyway, 'cause I think we can just swing through there and keep going. Right, there's no branching paths or... but yeah, Luke Cage Season 2 introduces all the major players within like the first 2 episodes. And then from there it just watch how it all plays out, pretty much. Yeah, okay, so this is where the bosses are. So we can just run through. We don't have to activate. And then we're here. So the other thing that Luke Cage Season 2 does really, really well, I'm just checking to make sure there's no other paths. Okay, there is just one path through here.
All right, let's go.
So the other thing that it does really well is there is a handful of what was that?
Listen, by the way, at home, for John really managing to make his way through Luke Cage without my interruptions. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear him really getting into the story without me here to interrupt him as always? He's really, managing to make real ground.
Have fun with that fight, Owen. So there's a bunch of team-up fights, which we could be doing right now if you wanted to, Owen, but you had to talk smart. But there's a bunch of team-up fights in Luke Cage Season 2 that are way better than they were in the Defenders. Like, way better. More better action, better choreographed, more interesting setups. Oh, you need some help, Owen? I'm coming.
No, I'm not saying anything, man. I'm going to let you explain Luke Cage. Which you could be explaining right now if you weren't being a smart ass.
I don't know. You're talking right now. I don't want to talk over you.
Yes, you do.
I do. Oh shit. Yeah. All right.
2 more words, not on the subject of Luke Cage.
See, we used to joke, Owen. We used to joke with each other. We used to have a good time. Now we just hate each other, I think. I think we just secretly hate each other.
Secretly?
Alright. Full-blown hatred.
Oh no. I don't hate you, John. I love this show. It's the highlight of my week, this show. I just think it's funny that you're interrupting yourself this week. Because normally you like to get cross at me.
It's one of those games. Like, this is not... For me, this is not a good game. Because I can't just zone out with fighters.
They're really shielding up.
Yeah, and I think the combat in this game is so, like, engaging that it really does take my attention.
I like it.
I don't know. There's not much else I can really say about Luke Cage without getting into plot points and stuff. So I'm trying to be conscious. Oh, okay. We wandered into a boss.
Oh, sorry. I'm not deliberately trying to kick you there.
No, that's fine. I kind of wandered into that. Oh God! Stop stabbing me.
There's a guy here who's not one of the enemies. He just seems to be just sort of running through.
Yeah.
I think he's just another player.
I think so.
3 of us! 3 against 1! Red rum! Oh god, Staff Boy got me. Hey, how you doing, man?
Oh wow.
Hey! Woo! Did you guys see that? That was amazing. Synchronized bow. We both chose the same emoji at the same time. So it actually came off like almost like we'd planned it.
Okay, I feel like we went down this path before and we ended up something completely different.
Weren't we going the other way?
No, come to me.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the other guy, sorry.
Oh, wait, no.
No, I'm picking up some loot, that's all.
Oh, because we fell out of thing again.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, that is a little annoying. If we hit each other too many times.
But I do like that it looks like you can very easily, through symbols and stuff, match up with other people. Neon says, I don't understand this game. It's a little esoteric. takes a little getting used to.
Okay, so here's the tower. This is where that riverbed is, I believe, that you were talking about.
So how the hell did I get straight here last time?
Oh, I did the same thing. See, when I first started, I ended up exactly here as well. Dissipate the gate, split the group.
Oh, I think I'm group leader, so I've got to go.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This canal here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if I remember correctly,
Is this a player or an enemy?
That's just a guy you talk to.
Huh. Oh yeah, you must be supposed to go this way first, because he's got tutorial messages.
Right. I'm gonna throw on the weird mask.
Oh, do you know what? I don't think this is the area, but I don't think this is the side I came in last time. Maybe.
Right. I know what side you probably came in on. Because I think we have to go back that way anyways. Yeah. I'm just checking some stuff out here.
Oh. Sorry, I wandered too far.
Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I don't know. I guess there's really not much I can say about Luke Cage without spoiling it. It's good. It's really good, and so definitely check it out. And the nice thing about it is you don't really need to see like the Defenders or Jessica Jones, the latest Jessica Jones. It very much acts on its own. Okay, so we can't go this way yet because this just leads to the door. I'll show you. It just leads to this door here, and we have to defeat all the marked ones first.
Mm-hmm.
So
where the hell did I come in? It's the way I was in here previously. Whoa, hello. The way I was in here previously, the one mechanic I like in this game that I haven't really played with much is you learn more moves by basically defeating enemies who use those moves.
Yeah.
I think that's a good system. So the way I came in previously, it was more illuminated, it wasn't in the dark.
And if you, yeah, it's this way. Just follow me. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Hold on, I'll just go drop in the chat.
Sure. Oh, sorry. We have been ignoring the chat a little bit. Sorry, everyone. This game is kind of in depth.
It's taking me a little bit longer to jump in the comments, of course, because I'm using my tablet to monitor the chat. My MacBook is currently out of action.
Alright, Neon says, the combat pisses me off. I can't chain attacks and parry properly. The enemies chain like 7... It takes patience. Because if you mash, that's exactly what's going to happen. You won't really do much. You have to be very conscious of your character's position, what moves chain into what, or else it gets very choppy, I guess. Oh, sorry. And figuring out like your dodges and your blocks too keeps the chain going a little bit, I think. At least visually. I don't think there's actually like a combo mechanic. Is there? No, not really.
No. Not in a meaningful way. People who are watching this and judging how terrible I am, this is my second time playing the game. And I have not even really tweaked my deck this save. Because last time I played it was like 3 in the morning. But I'm getting the hang of it. I'm getting the hang of the timing.
Mm-hmm. Alright, now watch out, there's like a hole in the floor here.
So how many marked ones have we done now? 3?
Yeah, you and I, we've done 3. I've already done a couple beforehand. Specifically the ones that you and I have done ones I've already done, except for 2 actually. So yeah, I've made some progress in this stream. So thank you.
Taking full credit for that.
Sure, why not, Owen? Just go ahead. You do you, boo.
Whoa, hello, who's this? Hey, how you doing, stranger? Does a stranger immediately... Oh, hello!
Whoa, whoa! Take a swing at me and then disappeared.
She's coming again behind us. Careful. Oh, assassin! So that's the game. But I kept my camera on her. Thought you could get away with that, eh? Oh, what, you running away now?
Peace out. Nice kick. Nice. That was awesome from my point of view.
Hold on.
Should we revive him? Oh.
Yeah.
You're a bully. You're a bully, Owen.
Hey, they started it.
You're absolutely a bully. No, I'll help you. Oh! See what you continue this chain of violence? No. You gotta let it go, man. Ow! What the fuck was that?
Okay, I killed us both,
Really?
but I don't care.
Really, both of you? You should both be ashamed of yourselves. Absolutely ashamed. Just... Neon says, no, I'm really good with dodging, and my guy's position when it comes to defensive. When I try to play offensive, my attacks do nothing. I don't know what to tell you, man. I've been playing this pretty good for a while, or not. Playing this the last few days, and I've never really ran into a situation where I wasn't effective in combat. I don't know what to tell you, homie. Are you dead again? Did you really die again?
Yeah.
Oh, this...
Where are you?
Oh, this guy's just taunting me. Come on. Bring it.
So where are you now?
Oh, I'm still down where you guys fell. And this son of a bitch wants to start shit again.
Same person?
Yep. Oh, yeah, he has a hard-on for me. Too bad he sucks. Oh, shit. Fucking pushed me off.
Yeah, he's a pain.
Yeah. This didn't have to happen, Owen.
This is why, by the way, I have no interest in
We could have
Fallout.
kept going. We could have just kept going. Now we're here. Now we're in this. All right.
I think that was a player I pushed up and I feel bad. This is why I have no interest in playing Fallout 76. Because it's gonna be this. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Are we still teamed up? I don't even see you anymore.
I died. Well, I'm gonna respawn, so respawn me.
Well, I don't know where you're at. That's the problem.
I don't mean respawn me, I mean like wait by respawn, meet me there.
Well, okay. I'm not by there anymore.
Okay, well, okay, if you go from the bridge just after the respawn, I'm saying, where would I go, where would I get you from there?
Not 100% sure.
Alright. You're terrible.
Hello
to Sam Foreman, how you doing?
Let me try to find
Rick Thomas says,
an
so,
altar.
Luke Cage.
Well, no, I said what I have to say about Luke Cage. I can't really go much further because of spoilers. I mean, there's some standout characters, I think. I mean, there's people returning. And I died. You know, like all the characters are back. Luke Cage is back. Misty's back. Mariah's back. Shades is back.
I hear the show handles Iron Fist very well.
Yes, they do. And it actually makes him interesting for a change, as opposed to his own show.
And that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because I've said before, I like Iron Fist, which means
So
is that going to end up as a thing that I don't like? Do you know what I mean?
I don't think so.
No, neither do I. But like, I've got a friend who really hates Thor Ragnarok because he likes the first Iron Man movie. I don't feel that way, but he likes the first Thor movies. You know what I mean?
Why?
Well, I like the first Thor movie, and the second one's lame, but it's okay. But it's fair to say Ragnarok is... Oh my god. Ragnarok is a Thor movie for people who didn't like the first Thor movies. So if you did like them, it's not going to be a movie for you, you know?
Right. Alright, so I'm gonna purposely die, alright? And hopefully it spawns me back.
I'm gonna respawn at the same time too. We might have been separated, you know what I mean? That might be why we can't see each other. We might have been dematch
Okay,
made.
so I see what this is, alright? We are respawning not at an altar. We are respawning at just like a respawn point.
Yeah.
So you have to be at an altar to invite people.
Alright, let's go find an altar.
Or see each other. And I think at this point they're just putting us in different instances.
Sorry, I just run straight off. I meant to try and hop down. Okay, nearest altar's there's probably going to be one on the ground floor, right?
That's what I'm guessing. So that's where I'm kind of shooting for here. No, not.
Oh my god, I've got to stop doing that. I keep sprinting off buildings, going for the bridge below, and just sailing down to the death point.
So not to spoil anything about the show, but what they do with Iron Fist is interesting. They make him. They really play up the fact that he was raised by monks and a Zen master. He shows up at a time when, let's just say, Luke needs some guidance.
I will say, I thought the relationship between Luke Cage and Iron Fist was actually the strongest part of the Defenders anyway.
Yeah, I would agree. And that makes sense. Like, those two have historically always worked together in the comics. And,
okay, I found an altar.
Jessica Jones. Okay, did you? Alright,
I'm at an altar.
Me.
Okay. Hello to Victoria Canavan. Welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Playing a little bit of Absolver, talking about Luke Cage.
Yeah. Like I said, and then when, Luke, when Iron Fist does show up into it, oh, fuck, we're in this situation again. Could not join because in region.
Well, why don't you just come to the same,
Because it won't show up. We won't show up together. Because we were standing at the same respawn point before, and we didn't see each other.
Okay, well, let's see if I can try and move forward to a different area.
I found an altar as well.
Was it through a little gate in an archy area?
Yeah.
That's probably the same one.
So, here, go to your altar and interact with it. And
I already moved on. No, because you're right. That's what we were trying to do last time, and it didn't work. I'm going to go on to find another altar, and I'm going to try and invite you from that one.
Okay. I'll stay here.
Blanche says, have you guys told anything about this game for those of us who have no idea? Well, the problem with that is we also have no idea.
No, okay, so this game is I would say that the main draw is the combat. As you play the game, you learn more moves and more abilities from fighting. The more fights you get, the more moves you learn. And as you learn more moves, you can slot them into your, what they call the deck. And so as you're fighting, and you're switching up your positions, it's a position-based combat. So you have 4 quadrants, and depending on that, changes your stance, and then your moveset. But then you can transfer from one into the other, and you can have your own combat system tailored around yourself. Which I think is fun.
You basically build your own moveset within the game. So you choose your own punches and kicks and things. I have found... What is this? Oh, hello. Alright, naked person.
Oh, you found a naked person? Oh, I've seen a naked person.
Well, they're not quite as naked as they initially seemed.
Oh, man, did I find a place that I have not been to yet?
Interact. What have I... Oh, I found a story thing.
Oh. Well, you do your thing. I'll keep moving then.
Alright.
Alright, oh, is it the Coliseum?
Yeah!
Okay, I've already done that.
My silly mask is in the cutscene, that's hilarious.
So yeah, this game is a game where they give you a basic objective. You have to beat the shit out of 8 people. And then once you do that,
and then you play the game.
Yeah, once you bring the bloody remains of the 6 people that you met on the street, they give you a copy of the game, and you have your fun. And then you play Absolver. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa! I went to a dark place.
Oh wow, these guys are tough.
So's Coliseum guy.
Really? I had no problem with him.
3 a.m., John. Spent most of today's session talking to you. I have literally no experience with this game. Except what you have seen.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that the dodge is very effective.
Let's see here. Victoria Canavan, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. She says, thank you, finally someone says my last name right. Well, I hope I said it the same way. Canavan? Blah says, Owen is really good at and demanding to himself to get people's names and surnames right. Well, about time he has some discipline. Victoria says, cool mask. Hello, Asperger Bear. Welcome to the channel. Or welcome to the stream. You've been here before. You're practically a regular.
Practically.
Practically.
Not actually. You're excluding Asperger Bear for reasons of technicalities now. So what's going on?
Well, I have issues with bears. All right.
Always shitting in the woods.
Right. I always thought it was weird that was the animal that they chose for that, you know?
Yeah, but you know...
Like, does a bear shit in the woods? Like, so does a lot of other animals. Like, what's so special about bear shitting, you know?
But you know, I have to say, I know it's dumb, but no matter how many times I hear people say, does the Pope shit in the woods, I think it's funny.
Who says that?
Have you ever heard that? Because, you know, the other one is...
the Pope shit in the woods?
The other one is the Pope Catholic. So my favorite thing when people say that is to say, does the Pope shit in the woods? When people ask an obvious question, to conflate the two. I think that's funny. I don't know why it's so funny, but it really makes me laugh. Does the Pope? It's not the image of the Pope shitting in the woods. It's just the conflation of the phrases is inherently amusing to me.
See, I would say, oh, that's just that British sense of humor, but I wouldn't do that to the British people.
But how great would it be if it turned out that the Pope did shit in the woods at least once?
At least once, yeah.
And then we have to phrase it, did the Pope shit in the woods?
I would like it just like during the Easter acknowledgement or whatever the hell they call it, where he talks to the people.
And I did in fact shit in the woods.
So like, look, there's been a lot of talk out there about whether I did or did not shit in the woods. I'm here to say definitively yes. I'm here to say definitively I am a bear.
Did you? Did you in fact shit in the woods? Did bears shit in the woods? Well, I mean, you were there. Is the Pope Catholic? I don't know. You are confusing the issue, sir.
Just out of nowhere, a bear with a hat comes out, you know, with the Pope hat. Hey, it's going.
A Protestant bear Pope with a toilet. with an outhouse outside the woods.
Just a bunch of parishioners just shoot themselves like, just I can't take it anymore.
Is the bear Catholic? I would. Yeah.
I mean you no harm. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just following you.
For a second, I thought you
know
were.
Where you're going.
I thought this was a lead-in to a joke about a Catholic bear.
Well, I've discovered the Central Harbor.
Child Protective Services taking huge quantity of cubs out of the forest.
Oh. The bears are just like, well, if you let us marry, I don't like where that went. Not one bit.
No, I'm not having a good time with the Colosseum. Flash says, I assume you both have neither were up close to an actual bear, like in your car, and bear walking in front of you on the road, or like trashing your trash next to the house.
I have actually.
I have not, for there are no bears in England, but I do like the idea of bears trashing your trash. Just like, yeah, fuck you, trash. I'm a bear.
This is real great trash. Fuck your trash.
Aw, bear, trash my trash. And I think that meets the definition of too much information, Asperger Bear.
Oh, now I want to see. You know what? Me too, buddy. Me too. I have shat in thine woods before.
In thine woods.
I don't know. I don't know what the proper.
They're his, are they? They belong to him. Is that what your woods? I've shat in thine woods.
What are you gonna do about it? Come at me.
And it gets
Did you
worse.
Shit in my woods?
I'm
I've
Catholic.
shat in thine woods.
No.
And
I said I shat
and I'm
in
in-
9 woods.
nine different woods.
Maple, ebony, mahogany. Does it? I'm just picturing like a guitar factory where they keep all the different tone wood. You know, like oh this guitar's gonna be made out of ebony. You know, this guitar's gonna be made out of maple, and this Stratocaster, and then every morning bears again. Get them out! The bears are shitting in the woods.
And here we have the largest collection of wooden sculptures in North America. God damn it, Jonathan! Sorry, I had Indian food last night. Just...
Do you know what's really funny about that? I know that you did have Indian food last night.
I did. It was good. It was tasty.
Yeah, I was surprised to find you never had Indian food before, but here, Indian food is like, you know how we always talk about how in Britain they don't have much Mexican food? Here,
Right.
Indian food, I would say, is probably at least as common as Mexican food there. It's one of the most popular cuisines.
Yeah.
It's delicious, isn't it?
Oh, found another marked one. Yay.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I mean, the funny thing is, like, I had to make it myself, so I'm not quite sure. I have no way of knowing if it's...
Does it always have quite so many bees?
Is this standard? How many dead rats do I have to put in this?
Is this how they create the spice? Slug pellets?
Slug pellets?
You know what slug pellets are, right? Slug poison, you know?
Oh, okay.
Little blue pellets.
No, Blas, no, don't propose that.
What, to a bear?
No, he was like, he goes, wood challenge? No. We are not starting an internet challenge where we go shit in guitars.
Right, I mean, let's pick something we haven't done before.
Right, yeah, let's...
Oh, god damn it. I almost had
let's
defeated
spice
that
it up.
time.
Damn it, I need to find that guy again. So we did start out playing this together, but at this point, eh. Nope, this is not where I want to go. God damn, I feel like I'm in a Escher painting with this game. Like every time I go somewhere, I feel like it just changes while I'm not looking.
I do like how often you can just dodge behind someone and kick them in the butt. So I have figured out that he doesn't actually attack you while his servants are in,
Right.
which helps.
Damn, this guy's hard.
I wish I could say I was finding this guy easier after a bit of practice, but he's giving me pretty much
Why is there
time.
2 of them? I feel like I've like stumbled into like multiple instances of this area, and so when I got there was 2 of the same boss. I was like, what?
Which area are you in?
The Central Harbor. Now I know where to go. Yeah, so I've kind of glitched the area. So now every time I enter, 2 of them want to fight me, which is fun because these guys aren't, you know, difficult on their own. You know, let's make them 2 of them.
Okay, this might be the time I get this guy.
Do it.
Alright, Captain Colosseum.
If I just leave, and come back in.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think what it basically is up to this point, I've been able to just kind of coast by without really stopping to properly remind myself how to play and make sure I'm... Ah, yeah, he killed me again. It was pretty close, but he did get me. So this is the point where I'm supposed to be kind of basically upping my game and actually properly learning how to play, which means let's actually go in and tweak my deck this time. For people who don't know why I haven't done this yet, I'm basically playing on not my normal save, so... Alright, let's see.
Alright, let me check the chat here. Let's see here. What's going on, guys? Talk to me. Talk to your old pal, Jonathan. Let's see here. Asperger Bear says, where I live now, we didn't used to have bears, but like 5 years ago, bears started to settle down here like 10-15 miles away from winter rest. Do you live in Westeros? Nuke4VCTV, welcome by the way, says, can I see your attributes? Can you see your attributes? Seems like a very personal question.
Yeah, I'm concerned by that one.
Yeah. Don't worry, you won't see much. Owen's a grower, not a shower. Sorry. That made me laugh. What Asperger Bear says, you know, about animals moving in. So I finally got the full story the other day about something that happened in our area. Because everyone's been talking about, oh yeah, there's been cougars and, you know, or like mountain lions in the area. And I'm like, what? Like, how did that happen? So I don't know if you're familiar with, but in the U.S. we have this this agency called the DNR, right? Department of Natural Resources, and it's basically their job to manage wildlife issues and forestry, that sort of thing. They're in charge of the wilderness, essentially. And in the area around here, we had an issue where aphids moved into the area, and they were very damaging to the crops. And since I live in a agricultural area, this was an issue. You know, we couldn't have aphids destroying everything. So what they did was they introduced these things called Japanese beetles. They look very much like ladybugs, but they're not.
Okay.
So, but then these things went out of control, and they couldn't keep those populations down. So what happened was they introduced a bunch of wild turkeys, which we already had wild turkeys here, but they really upped the numbers essentially. Now the problem is they were expecting the hunters to keep them in control, but they didn't. They spawned too fast for the hunters to take care of.
As you
So
do.
there was an overpopulation of turkeys, and they were wandering in the roads, and they were causing car accidents and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, we got to take care of these damn turkeys. And so their solution for that was to bring in 2 cougars. All right. Now these cougars were not supposed to be able to breed. All right. They were supposed to come in and eat a bunch of turkeys. While during off season, I guess like a cougar can eat like 3 or 4 turkeys a day, and because they're animals, they don't adhere to hunting seasons, so they can do it whenever they want. Turns out these can breed, and they had a couple cubs, so now we have cougars in the area. And
That's kind of amazing.
The DNR has come out and said, we will no longer be engaging in the policy of introducing other species into the area because we believe that it's destructive and not helpful. No.
Oh, what, really?
No shit. Sinister Mister says we should tell an adult. Oh, about Owen's attributes? Yeah. He just goes around showing everyone his attributes and... God. Show some decorum, man. Some decorum. Rick Dolphin says, I have no experience with bears, but have you been attacked by seagulls? I have not. Please elaborate. How are you attacked by seagulls? Use intricate details to describe your seagull attack. I want to know. And Asperger Bear says, have I told you guys that I live in Westeros? No, you haven't, but how's that going for you? Doesn't look like a great place. I didn't know they had internet there either. I feel like is internet just based on ravens in Westeros? Just a steady stream of ravens going back and forth with messages?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Carrying little packets of data.
Right, yeah. Little data packs.
Oh, so I completely removed my thing to build my deck from scratch, and now I'm just getting all this move already equipped errors.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Why is that going on?
Well, because it's already slotted into a different part of the...
Sure, but I've now... Right, but I've run out of attacks. What I mean is...
Now you gotta learn some.
Right, no, I think you're misunderstanding me. I had a full set of attacks equipped into every slot. Oh, no, I didn't, did I? I didn't have any here. Okay, hold on. That's fine. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move...
So I'm gonna ask the chat if anyone hasn't played this game before and is aware. The marked one that's in the Central Harbor, I think his name's Lannon. Is there supposed to be 2 of him, or not? Because this is actually really frustrating.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's try this. I'm not sure I've actually managed to improve that anyway, but sure, let's go try it. You know what I mean? When you go through the whole thing, you're not entirely sure you've done anything.
Right.
Aside from just move shapes around, I definitely have to learn some more moves. Whoa! Oh, damn it. I looked away from the chat and walked off the edge. Good, good. I'm actually going to have to finish up soon myself.
Yes, me too.
I'm going to try this guy one more time. Colosseum guy. And then I'm probably going to have to get out of here. It's been a good show, though, even though we didn't get to talking about Luke Cage yet.
Wow, okay. I talked about Luke Cage. Shut the hell up. Don't you... No. No, you ain't pinning that on me. I talked about Luke Cage. Yeah, I can talk about Luke Cage. I can spoil the shit out of it if you want. I was trying to be a good friend. All right, I'm trying to. Yeah, but so Rick Doffin gives us the story. He goes, so I was at the beach, high noon. No, he didn't say that. Enjoying some popcorn by myself. Tasty, buttery popcorn. He also didn't say that. I'm ad-libbing here. When a seagull with vicious eyes flew down in front of me, I threw some popcorn, desperate to escape, scared for my life. And all of a sudden, there was 40 other seagulls swarming for my popcorn. I was helpless. I was trapped. I needed a savior. And a tall, bulletproof black man named Luke Cage showed up, teamed with a man named Iron Fist, and they fought off the seagulls. Well, a man in sunglasses watched on, and I felt it was his plan all along. He sent the seagulls. He sent the seagulls.
He sent the seagulls, but he did not send the albatross.
Doctor says, yes, that's totally what happened, John. I know, that's why I said it. Asperger Bear says, Westeros and Bear Island is an actual town in Sweden. Wow, with 150,000 people. Wow. I didn't know that. Has anyone bothered to tell George R.R. Martin that? Just throwing that out there. Is he aware that this is a real town?
What I want to know is Bear Island called Bear Island in Swedish? Did they use the Swedish word for bear, or do they actually call it like the English phrase Bear Island? Because that's quite weird.
Yeah, I guess, you know.
What was... Remind me,
Asperger
Bear, what was Batman called in Sweden again? I was surprised to find Batman has a different name in Sweden. And it's like, oh, it was a Swedish word, but it meant like leather cap.
That's kind of awesome. I like that name better.
But I think the Swedish word was like, Ladernappen. Oh yeah, Laderlappen.
Yeah. Laderlappen. Leather patch.
Na 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 Laderlappen. Na 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 Laderlappen.
Is Robin still Robin though, or is he named something else too?
He's named IKEA.
Okay, so here's a question then. If Batman is called Leatherpatch or Lederlappen,
damn it! I was so close to being in that time. Or I'm doing one more.
What is Batgirl?
Mrs. Lederlappen.
But that's what I'm saying. Is there a feminine Laderlappen or Lederlappen? It's Lederlappen, right? Because umlaut.
See you later, Lappen.
Boo, Owen. Boo.
We'll try this guy one more time. Asperger says, no, Bear Island is called Biermern. Fair enough.
Rick Dolphin says, you didn't need to pun-ish us with that joke, Owen. Yeah. You leave the puns to me, sir. Alright?
At least
I'm
it was a pun
professional.
this time. There seems to be a running thing in my chat of people saying, aha, this is so punny! And good pun in reference to jokes that aren't actually puns. It's
Right.
become quite frustrating to me. A pun is a very specific
Keep doing
type
it,
of
folks.
joke.
Please keep doing that. Just, I beg you, if you frequent Owen's channel, keep making that joke.
Well, it's not a joke, they just don't know what a pun is.
No, that's fine. I don't care. I just want them to keep doing it now.
Oh my god, one of the
Hello,
gray
Loose
things got me.
Corner.
Alright, that's it. I'm gonna have to get out of here, I think. Do you want to see us out,
Your
John?
none is pretty much... Okay. Rick Dolphin says, I know pun when I see pun. Yeah, alright. Thank you all for watching. This has been Those Aren't Biscuits. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I did, for the most part. Except for a certain section in the middle.
What, your bit?
More or less your contribution to my bit.
Look, all I'm saying is you were the one who just said that the bit you didn't like was your section. I just thought it was worth mentioning.
But yeah, I have been Jonathan Cadotte, and with me as always has been Owen Adams. Owen, where can they find you, buddy?
Go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Owen Adams.
Nice. And you can find me on Twitter, which is @JohnCPerson, or you can tune into this channel right here. All my content is here. So yeah, until next time, which
That should be
next
Monday at around about the same time. What game are we
Yep.
doing next time?
I don't know. We haven't really talked about it.
Well,
If you guys have any suggestions for us, yeah, hit me up on Twitter. Yeah, feel free to DM me on Twitter with suggestions for games. And we'll let you know if we can do it. Because some games
Yeah.
we just don't have.
and usually we can.
Yep. So,
Alright.
yeah. Until next time.
Bye,
have a good one.
guys.